quick look at tax agency fund. In this case, the tax collector is collecting money from for all of these areas. Notice these are the amounts that are collected. For each one of these are expected to be collected. There's a collection fee. And better than this, I think what I want to do is show you something that's a little easier to comprehend than these journal entries, because I think you'll get it better. This is on page 313. I want you to just take a look at this chart. See if you understand this. All the journal entries revolve around this. By the way, who's collecting the taxes of the four? Who's collecting it? Why do you say it's the county? That's right. They are receiving because it's a positive number, right? And everybody else is what? Paying their share, right? So the journal entries that are shown are basically revolve around this, which is collection of the taxes, paying those taxes. So let's say you collect $1,000, $500 needs to go to one, $300 to another, and $200 to another. You show the receivables, and then you show the payment, except do you pay them $500, $300, and $200? No, you keep what? 1%. Okay? And that's what that is.
That's not considered revenue,
That
that 1%?
1% shows as revenue in the general fund. Yes, it does show up as revenue in the, not agency fund, but it's not a revenue of the agency fund. It shows up, good question, it shows up as revenue in the general fund itself, of the county itself. Okay. And let me see if I can show you see this right here? See this journal entry? 39,940. That shows up revenue of the general fund. So that is your agency fund. And so before we take our break, again, the agency funds, 3 types, right? Tax agency fund, what else? Pass-through agency and special assessments. Know what they are. Understand what the statement looks like for agency funds. Okay? Understand that the accounting equation for agency fund is asset equals liabilities, no net position. Okay? So let's take a quick 10-minute break, come back, cover that, the rest of the trust funds, and then we'll go over the exam. Okay? Great. Remind me to pass, these are samples of the report from past semester, the CAFR report. Yeah, okay. I want to pass those.
Before you start?
No, when we start, remind me to do that. Yeah. Oh, yes. What's your name again? Danny?
Yeah, and last name is Mohsen. I'm Mohsen.
Congratulations. You got a 92.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, actually I had to curve the exam a little bit because there were a couple of questions which people had problems with. So I don't like to do it too much because then, but I saw some people didn't read some questions right. So usually what I do is if I see that if a majority of the people don't answer, it looks like a large percentage, then there's some problem. That's, so, but that's good. Let me just get you your paper, okay, so you can look at it.
You know what the average was?
Yeah, the average was 78. And we had a good number of A's in the class. We had like 21 A's.
Oh, it's really good.
21, and I'll go over the statistics in the class. Hi there. No, he's leaving, so I need to give him his, just show him his paper.
Do you know what the highest score was?
Oh yeah, the highest score was 47 or 48 out of the 50.
And what did that translate into, I guess, a 96?
Yeah, no, I'll go over this in the class. Okay, here's yours. So even though it's 82, what I did was,
Okay.
don't say that to anybody yet. Okay.
Yeah.
But I wanted to just do that, and okay. But you did good.
Thank
Good
you.
work.
Thank you.
forgot my clicker, like this is my third time I forgot to.
Yeah. Don't just write me a little note so I can.
Yeah, I
okay. Just write me a little note. So what's your name?
Julian,
Julianne. Okay.
so I will just give you notes after.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Just let me know what dates you didn't have.
Oh,
Okay. So this way I'll know. Oh, don't worry. I'll.
all right, thank you.
Huh? Yes, I did.
Have you given chapter 5 and 6 exercise?
Yeah.
I make last time because I just.
I'll bring it in next class. But the solutions are on.
Yeah, so I compare, I print it.
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So first is right here it's not a correct answer.
It is the correct answer, but it's not a general long-term liability. But I see on the PowerPoint, it says a capital lease obligation should
Right.
be long-term liability.
We consider general would not be considered.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leases of the water, because it's a utility fund, it's an enterprise fund. This is only for governmental. Yeah, it's not that. Yeah.
Are you going to be giving out the exams?
Uh-huh.
I got to go home. One of my kids is in front of me.
Oh.
Taking to the doctor.
What's your name again? Eluino, right?
Yes.
How do you say that?
Eloino.
Eluino. You got a B.
Hey, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
There's some of the wording is a little tricky.
Yeah, no, I had to curve it a little bit because some of the questions people had trouble with. So I curved it so this way this is
I
your.
appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Are you going to go over it? Like the,
Yeah, I'm going to go over it in the class.
all right. Yeah, because I want to see where I mess up and all that. I guess next
Why don't you send me a note just to remind me? I'll bring it to class.
Okay. I'll send you an email for next week.
Right? Yeah.
Another one is for the chapter 4. It says the township got a grant from the federal government, but it has not been received from the federal government. So there is no journal entry.
Mm-hmm. That's the right answer, right?
Yes, A is the right
Mhm.
answer. But sometimes I see the PowerPoint there is some record like this.
That's if they have no condition.
What does?
No condition for the grant. That means they're just given money
Uh-huh.
to be spent over a period of time.
So the condition means that you need to spread the money in some specific area.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be recorded from here. But once the event like
Happens, then you have to make the journal entry. Yeah. Do you want to look at it? Actually, what I want to do is make an announcement first. Hey, how are you doing? Good. All right, guys.
Let's go.
Get the show on the road.
Oh yeah, I want you to kind of win.
Is this on? Are these on?
These ones working perfectly, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just can't believe you just had it again.
I don't know what the problem is. All right, guys, we'll get started. Okay, so let's settle down. We'll get started. So as you probably saw in the note that I posted on Blackboard about the project, I brought some sample reports from past semesters for those of you who might want to take a look at, and you'll be able to determine by looking at it how they are. They are varying levels of commitment on these reports, okay? Let's put it this way. So this way it will just give you a rough idea of what's been done in the past. So I'll just pass this along and you can take a look at it, and at the end I'll take these back. Okay. All right. One quick thing which I wanted to go over was the financial statements of fiduciary funds. And what I'd like you to do is, these are statements from Chapter 2, and you see the pension trust funds, you see the private purpose trust funds, and the agency funds. What I'd like you to do is go to the very end. Any net position for agency funds? None. You notice that there is no net position. As we said, assets equal liabilities. And where does all the big money reside in fiduciary funds? In the pension trust funds. That's where all the big money resides. Okay? And where does the least amount fall? Private purpose trust funds and agency funds, which we'll talk about. So this was an example I wanted to show you. All right. Any questions, by the way, so far on anything we've talked about? Any questions? These were okay. So we're going to